Good morning. Tom the beekeeper out at McHenry County College, going through the hive here. We had a mentor day on Saturday, and they were afraid that while they were trying to mark the queens, that this queen might have been killed or injured during marking. Now, one thing I did look at before we opened it up here is they were bringing some pollen in, which is a good sign that there is a queen, at least the queen pheromone is being found in there. So hopefully they just didn't find her Saturday after they marked it. They did go back in and look, but they were unable to find her. So let's see what we can find today. Yeah, Saturday when they were out here, it was raining. So we want to check the cover, make sure the queen's not on there. If they did get her marking on her, it should be white. But I do not see the queen there, so we'll set this aside. And as I like to do, I'll pull the second frame out so that we have room to work. Not really building anything out in this one, as you can see. And these frames are all dated, as you can see here. And the end is dated to where it was a relationship to each other. So all the frames that were marked were on the front landing board side of the hive, so that when we go to put this back in, we'll know that the orientation is actually like this. It's not a big deal at that time, but for future, it's good going forward. Let's see what we have here. We're going to try not to smoke them. We're expecting some rain today, so hopefully we don't get any rain while we're doing this. Okay, now while I do this, I can also look for, this is a solid bottom board, so I will look for any evidence of the queen being dead on the bottom, which I don't see. And you can see this is just being built out, so I highly doubt she's on this frame. This one they haven't even started yet, so we'll set this one aside here. And we'll slide this one. Now, girls, trying to get you. We got ladies, run. Yeah, we're back in here already. Just a few days later. We want to find out if there's a queen in here, because if there isn't, we're going to have to buy a queen if we don't want her to make one. So there's larvae. As you can see here, I'll try to brace this up. You can see larvae in here. So the way it works, she starts kind of up here and kind of works her way around. You see they got a ring of honey here, and some pollen are going to locate in the corners here, and then she'll lay eggs around that. You can see some pollen in there. So this, like this larva right, let's see so I can get it here. They're feeding larvae right here. So that larva is under 3 days old. So, I mean, unless that egg was, laid right before the queen died, I would say that there's a good chance that this queen is still alive here. This one looks the same. Well, I see eggs, so that's a good sign right there. See if we can see it here. We might not be able to, but there's eggs down here, which are good. There's a single egg per cell. Let's see if we can find one here. Let's see there. So if you can see right where my fingernail is, down in that cell is an egg, and the egg is upright, so it's still pretty fresh within a day. After a day, it starts to lay over. The nice thing is there's only a single egg in each of those cells. So it's not like we have a laying worker in there that thinks she's helping the colony out. So positive signs that our queen is still alive. At least as the colony figures it. And she's still laying eggs, so that's a good sign too. Look out there, ladies. See some larvae in there. They can't brood. The other thing we're seeing, or not seeing, is no queen cells, which is always a good sign that the queen is viable. See lots of really, really fresh larvae right down in here. It's a little bit darker, so it's easier to see maybe. You can see them laying in there. They're laying on their side, a little white C, and the bees are busy feeding them, so that is a good thing. These are all positive signs to make us think that even if we don't see the queen, that this colony has a viable queen. And a lot of people get hung up on seeing the queen, which if you see, like we saw, young eggs and young larvae, you don't have to worry about finding the queen. Bringing pollen in right there. Yep, so you're bringing pollen in there. Got a little pollen baskets full. So no queen on this side. Carefully flip it over. No queen on this side. A little bit of drone brood in the center here. You see one queen cup right here. But I can't see there's a bee there. Once she removes herself, I'll see if it looks like there's anything in it. Just kind of really clean it up. You know, they're being busy as a bee. Pretty full in here. That cell is empty, so that's a good sign too. Just a practice or a starter. See, they're pretty chill today, pretty calm. Even though we're expected to get some rain, they're busy carrying out their tasks. Which is always nice to see. Move slowly, move gently. Up and down there. Don't see a queen down there on the bottom board. Plenty of pollen, some capped brood up in the corners. So no queen yet, but boy, all signs really indicate that we have a viable queen.